How to scale product-specific Google shopping campaigns. This is a question lots of you guys have asked me. Obviously, you're worried about profitability and consistency, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, before we get into it, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when I release new videos, and make sure, guys, you leave a comment below, like it. It really helps me tell the algorithm that I'm doing a good job, okay? And it helps me then make more videos, because if you guys don't watch them, I'm not going to make more. It's that simple, okay? So let's get into it. Okay, so before we go any further, guys, for those that are new to the channel, a product-specific campaign, I'm going to explain to you what it is, okay? So a product-specific Google shopping campaign is basically a one-product Google shopping campaign, and it's based off, we're using a product that did really well in our test campaign. So basically, my testing strategy involves a test campaign. Okay, the product shows promise, we put it into a product specific campaign. Okay, now if you want more info, I'm going to leave the link below and just above as well in the little tab there to show you my testing strategy video for those of you that haven't seen it. So now that you understand what it is, guys, when should you create one? Okay, so basically, guys, why we do this, okay, is you'll find in a test campaign that only a few products are going to get impressions and clicks, okay? So Google is going to favor certain products that it goes, okay, I think we're going to get more clicks or more conversions with these products, okay? And so even though that you might have a product doing really well, within the test campaign, you're not going to be able to scale an individual product as hard, okay? You might be able to scale in totality relatively hard by keep increasing the budget, but at some point, you're going to want that product to have more attention, and that's why we put it in a product-specific campaign, okay? So as I said earlier, testing strategy video is going to be in the link below. Make sure you watch it. Okay, so when should you create one? So as I said, it's when the product starts doing well, okay? So what do I mean by that? When a product in the test campaign starts getting consistent sales, that's when you want to put it in. And what do I mean by that? I don't mean just one sale, okay? One sale could be a fluke, could be anything, okay? It doesn't prove anything. Remember, if you need to look, I have to explain this a lot, guys, but it's basic maths. Google the term statistical significance to understand this more, okay? You need to understand statistical significance. If you don't understand it, then advertising online in general or any kind of making money online isn't going to make sense, okay? So whenever you're testing something, split testing, you need to collect enough data to be able to make a logical conclusion from that, okay? So I like to do it when I have at least 3 sales. Some people do it after 2 sales and it's still okay. I recommend for you guys 3 or more, okay? So, and then on top of that is, I don't want to have 3 in one day and then nothing for ages. I'd rather have one kind of a thing with obviously some consistency there, okay? Now, a product that's doing well is going to become obvious relatively quickly. It's going to have a relatively low cost per click. Your conversion rate's going to be high. Your CTR is probably going to be high, not necessarily, or your CPC might be really low. You're going to see it because you're going to start getting sales. Google's probably going to favor that product a lot, and that's the one you're going to want to put into that bucket, okay? Into this new campaign where we focus our money and attention just on that. Now, if you don't have a product that meets these requirements, do not scale, okay? Don't try it, okay? Keep going through the testing process in the videos that I have shown you already, and remove products eating your budget, ones with no sales, and keep adding new products if you're using that testing, if you're in the testing phase, okay? Now, if you've got a private label or your own brand of products or your own range and you know these products sell, you're probably going to need to use a different strategy. I go through strategies like that in my paid course. If you're interested, I'll leave the link below as well, okay? So I go through those in much greater detail. Okay, so here's an example of what a product that's doing well would look like, okay? I actually just made a store very recently, and I'm trying to build it up and have a little bit of sales cranking in it so that I can show people in my course group. So within my course group, I want to take them through what I did, how I structure my campaigns, what a winning ad looks like, how to run ads, how to manage your store, okay? Now, I don't have much time, so I am trying to build this up slowly on the side, but once I have a little bit more data there, I'll run through and show the people in that group how I did everything, okay? So this is what a product looks like that you would put into a test campaign, okay? We've spent $436 and we made $3,346. These are all Australian dollars, by the way, guys, because I've just done this Australian only. I'm actually using local products, so local suppliers, and it's all dropship, okay? Brand new store, pretty cool product. It's average price, $75.50. I think I must have a discount on there. Oh, So the reason for that is I'm trying to compete with other people, and the average product price here is $76.53. I'm still able to be profitable at this price, and I'm getting a pretty good return on ad spend of 7.67, got 11 conversions. Now, this is a prime example of something you would put into a test bucket. Now, unfortunately, this product is actually just going out of stock. It was my best seller with these guys. Really, really good for just Australia, guys. So for a small country like Australia, if you have a broad range of products, you can still make a shitload of money, okay? So moving on, another example, bit of a lower ticket product here, but again, for sales, $218, 5.76 return on ad spend. Now, what I like about this guys is these guys are now going to be on my email list. They're probably going to get them to my messenger bot. They are going to know my store. They're going to get hit by my retargeting ads. They're going to get my thank you retargeting ads. And so I don't mind even if I'm breaking even or making a slight bit of money on these, because I know down the track I'm going to make more money. And then I'm going to have products like this. Even though I only made 2 sales on this one, guys, these products here I know are going to sell high ticket, $259.99, 168 return on ad spend, okay? I have only got a 16-cent cost per click, so I know that I'm able to get a lot more impressions. It's quite a popular product. I can work on improving this CTR, so I know that I'm able to put this into a product-specific campaign, and I know I'm going to do well with it, okay? Unfortunately, the data hasn't come up yet for the benchmark price, but that's because I'm the only person that is selling these products, at least that Google can tell, okay? Which is a good thing, because once people Google them, and obviously there is impressions available. Now, this store is about 5 weeks old. I've started it on the side. It's just slowly something I'm working on for those people in my group. And so I'm not dedicating too much time, but on the same token, I know that these products are going to sell well, and I know that my actual upsell process within the store is really, really, really good, okay? So the awesome thing about this is this store, I've kind of made it that it's general-ish, but it is kind of niche specific, okay? The people in my group, I will show them a lot more info. So, but just so you're aware, I've got a lot of like products that people can be upsold or buy along with, okay? So I hope that's made sense, and I hope this kind of clarifies the data you need to look at, okay? So, you know, you're looking at mainly conversions, conversion rate, conversion value, but then your cost per click, your CTR, impressions, and the other things like that. I would look at search impressions, loss due to ad rank. You might need to play with your bids. What is your impressions share? What's your top of page rate and stuff like that? And as you can see, the absolute top impression share, these are under 10%, and I'm still getting sales, okay? So from here, guys, how to create the campaign. I'm not going to show you in Google Ads. I have shown you before. It's very, very simple. I suggest you duplicate the campaign so you keep some of that optimization. Allegedly, that's what happens. I have at times not duplicated it, and I haven't seen a huge difference in performance, but just do that just to be careful, okay? Now, subdivide the products and exclude the everything else in all products, okay? That other tab, and just keep the one product active, okay? Exclude everything else, keep one active. I like to bid 5 to 10% higher in this campaign. You don't have to, you can start straight away, but over time, I imagine for most of you, you're going to have to get those to scale, you're going to need to pay more to get more clicks, okay? So that's how all digital advertising works. So the budget is going to be between $20 and $100, I would recommend, but it's totally up to you. If you want to do $10, that's fine. But remember, you're trying to scale this, and eventually, if you're able to, and you're able to profitably go past $100, $200, $300, whatever it might be that you're able to do, depending on where you are and how many searches of those keywords there are, then choose your budget accordingly, okay? Now, the bidding strategy, you can stick to max clicks. I still have pretty good success with max clicks regardless of what people say. I know it isn't the best practice, but I know that if you bid quite low, it works really well because you're able to get tons and tons of clicks. You're able to retarget people across all the internet, across Facebook and Google and everywhere, okay? But what I would recommend is if you do have quite an advanced account, so an account that's got a lot of data and you are comfortable with manual bidding, I'd choose manual CPC with enhanced CPC turned on, okay? Now the steps, okay? Let it run for at least 1 week, okay? So we're talking about the steps of how to scale a product-specific campaign, okay? So a product-specific campaign, we've got it. How do we then scale that, okay? We want to, obviously, let it run for at least a week without touching it. For me personally, I might let it run 2 weeks, without even touching it, okay? Especially if you're using an automated bid strategy, you need to let Google optimize, okay? One thing that I missed here is make sure in the campaign you add any negative keywords you saw in the previous campaign that weren't doing well, and also add in any keywords to the description and title that were converting well, okay? Make sure you do that. If you're getting regular sales and you haven't maxed out your search impression share, keep increasing that budget. Keep putting it up $20, $40, $50, whatever it is. Increasing the budget in Google doesn't make it freak out quite as much as Facebook, I find, because it's based on search impressions, okay? So it might freak out for a day or two, but it shouldn't be too bad. But try and do it even frequently, guys, and either do tiny chunks somewhat frequently or do big chunks less frequently, okay? And then just monitor it again for a week. Now, if you aren't getting many impressions or you have a high search impression share loss due to rank, increase your bid slowly. And I mean slowly, okay? Do it slow, let it see, just be patient with this stuff, okay? See if you get more sales, see if you're profitable. If you bid too much, you're gonna find you become unprofitable. Now, common issues that lead to the inconsistencies, okay? A lot of you have said you create the campaign, it's doing well in the test campaign, you do the product specific and it doesn't work well. Very, very common issue, happens to everyone, happens to me. Now, I'm going to tell you how you can minimize this happening, okay? Some common issues are the campaign doesn't deliver for several days or even a week. So it's getting no impressions for ages when you first create it. Just take your time. It's very, very common. Let it do its thing. You can slowly start increasing the bids, but I suggest you be patient because I guarantee for a lot of you, from what I see, you go in, you freak out, you do a bunch of changes and everything resets again and it just keeps staying like that, okay? If you find that it doesn't for a very, very long time after going through all of this, guys, duplicate the campaign and see if that works, okay? Switch off the old one. Now, you're getting no clicks is the next one, but you're getting impressions, okay? So you know it's delivering, you're getting no clicks. You'll need to look at your data again. So it depends on what, is it due to ad rank, is it impression share? You just need to wait sometimes because search volume goes like this. People search for things at different rates, at different times, and some weeks you might not get searched as much. It's that simple, especially in smaller markets. Just wait a little bit longer or increase your bids a bit, guys. So the campaign doesn't get any or gets inconsistent sales compared to the test campaign. So as I said, most of you are going to be freaking out making a million changes, both on the page. So if you make paid changes on your page, to your price, to your images, things like that, it's going to affect Google. That's why I recommend you do changes in bulk, okay? Either batch them in a week or every 2 weeks or every month, whatever it is that you're comfortable with. Now, just be patient. As I said, search volume varies, but every time you touch it, just keep in mind it's going to reset. Now, go in and check your Merchant Center feed, see if there are any product issues. Make sure you've updated everything, okay? So make sure it's in the correct Google category. Make sure you are removing negative keywords, okay? So the next one is check your data, make bulk changes. So go in, negative keywords consistently, remove keywords that aren't doing well, add them to your negatives, okay? This is a lot easier when it's not in the test campaign, okay? So when you do the product specific campaign, this is the next level of control, right? So you can much, much more carefully monitor keywords because in the test campaign, if you've got hundreds of different products in there or thousands or whatever it is you have, you can't use negative keywords effectively. It's that simple. Now, bids, again, you can change bid strategies if you want. That's where things freak out massively, so try to avoid that. Play with the bids, make an increase at 5%, 10% here and there, and just let it sit, okay? Make sure you keep optimizing your feed. And just remember, not always are you going to be able to scale a product crazily, okay? Sometimes you might just need to let it run in the test campaign again and let it be there, okay? So the most common issue I see is a lack of patience, and that is evident in my free Facebook group, guys. I see so many of you ask me questions, and every single time I ask you, okay, how long have you waited? 2 hours, 2 days. Whatever it is, you guys aren't waiting long enough, and you're making too many changes, you're freaking out. Less changes, infrequently, let Google do its thing, especially if you're using an automated strategy like max clicks, manual CPC with enhanced, max conversion, and especially people that are using smart campaigns. I'm going to jump into smart campaigns in another video, but guys, stop making so many changes and stop being so impatient. Now, I really hope this helped, guys. If you've liked this content, let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I've got a free Google course, guys, and I hope that those of you that are in there, let me know how it's going, okay? I'll do a little broadcast in ManyChat, see how you're going. If you're not in my free Facebook mastermind already, guys, jump in there. If you are interested in the paid course, it's very, very good, guys. It is super, super advanced Google stuff that no one is teaching, and I'm going to start getting into greater detail in there into high ticket supplier sourcing and high ticket. Okay, and again, I've got a coaching program. If you're interested, jump in. If not, all good, guys. Lots of free content coming your way, and speak to you soon. See you guys.